the dark, lit it like a dying spark. Unknown color in the night, felt like ghosts in blinking light. Even if it wasn't you, part of me believed it true. Hope is cruel and time won't bend, still I'll wait for it to send. Even if I never should, I'd pick up if I still could. Even silence on the line made me hope the voice was mine. In the static, in the tone, felt like I was not alone. Memories I can't redeal, left behind in phantom style. One more buzz, I'd fall again, just to feel you in the end. Unknown color in the night, felt like ghosts in blinking light. Even if it wasn't you, part of me believed it true. Tried to leave that ring behind, but it's tethered to my mind. Even when the screen stays black, I still wish you'd call me back. Same old road, but not the same. Wind is lost the way it came. Shop fronts blink in colder tones. Though the crowd, I feel alone. Crosswalks change, but not my mind. Hoping ghosts are kind this time. Passing by our favorite store, heart still waits outside the door. Even lights don't hum as sweet since you vanished off this street. Every bench and corner turn brings a memory that burns. Sidewalk feels different today, though the cracks still lead my way. Even if I walk in pace, it's your absence that I chase. Steps align with those before, but your rhythm's here no more. Even if I try to stray, I end up right where we'd stay. Window seats we used to share now reflect an empty chair. Even if the scene repeats, you're not part of moving feet. Billboards flash with newer days, none can light your shadows haze. Passing laughter, passing cars cannot shine what once was ours. Thought I saw your coat last night, vanish fast in neon light. Still I turn at every sound, hoping you might still be around. Sidewalk feels different today, though the cracks still lead my way. Even if I walk in pace, it's your absence that I chase. Every step a small goodbye, wishing time would just reply. Even when the street is loud, you're the silence in the crowd. I keep stepping where you stood, but the warmth is gone for good. Every echo, every beat feels too quiet, feels incomplete. Try to find a brand new song, but the melody felt wrong. Sidewalk feels different today, though the cracks still lead my way. Even if I walk in pace, it's your absence that I chase. You're the part I can't replace, faded voice I still embrace. Even when I reach the end, I look back and start again. Folded tight and sealed with care, words I couldn't speak laid bare. Thought I'd mail a trying to right what once went wrong. Tears had dried, the ink had set, but courage hasn't found me yet. My hand shook before the drop, second thoughts that wouldn't stop. Would it heal or break apart? The quiet beating of my heart. Letter that never left my hand, still unread, but still you'll stand. Even if you never knew, everything I felt was true. Words unsent but always near, caught between regret and fear. Even if it fades from view, I still wrote it all for you. Ink has blurred and corners bent, yet it holds my one intent. Still I keep it in the drawer, where I hope you'll ask no more. Day by day the pages fade, but not the things I meant to say. Quiet echoes on the page of love that time cannot erase. Every line of breath I lost, carried on with silent cost. Would you read or look away if it found you one old day? Letter that never left my hand, still unread but still you'll stand. Even if you never knew, everything I felt was true. Paper creased with all I hid from the world and from the kid who believed that you might see what this letter means to me. If I send it down the breeze, will it reach you through the trees? If the stars could guide it right, would it find you late at night? Maybe silence speaks it best, but my soul can lay to rest. Letter that never left my hand, still unread but still you'll stand. Even if you never knew, everything I felt was true. If one day you feel the weight of a heart that's far too late, know the words you never read are the ones I never said. Leaves still fell without a sound. Didn't check if you're around. Cold wind danced through empty sleeves. Didn't care how much I grieved. Pavement cracked beneath my step, holding all the tears I kept. Even trees began to sway, but never ask why you won't stay. Sunset took our song away, like it had no part to play. Shadows stretched across the floor, like we never left before. Season wasn't sorry then, turned his face and blew again. Even though I begged it stay, You'd arrive at 4 each day, cup in hand, no need to say. Clock still ticks around that time, even if you've crossed the line. Curtains lift like they once knew, when the light would dance with you. Footsteps echo in the hall, even when there's none at all. Cushions dance, still says your name, though the rules are not the same. Books you touch, still lean and wait for a hand that sealed their fate. Always at 4, you were here, steady as a song sincere. Even when you're far and gone, my whole day still waits at dawn. Shadows stretch and windows glow, but the clock just moves too slow. Even when I don't expect, your old rhythm still connects. Kettle boils without intent, silence hums where moments went. Even there around the chair holds the pause of you still there. Photos fade but still align with the moments once were mine. Echoes live in quiet sound, where your presence once was found. Empty rooms don't feel that bare when your memory's still there. Every tick a quiet plea, telling time you're part of me. Always at 4, you were near, still I wait when it draws near. Even though I close the blinds, you arrive inside my mind. Cup is cold but heart is warm, with the ghost of daily norm. Even when I try to leave, I come back to just believe. Every 4, I feel the weight of the door you used to wait. Even winds against the frame whisper softly just your name. Empty coat rack by the wall stands like time has heard it all. Always at 4, you were here, steady as a song sincere. Even when you're far and gone, my whole day still waits at dawn. Though your shadow starts to fade, it still lingers where you stayed. Even if the clocks reset, you're the hour I can't forget. Noise surrounds from wall to wall, but I miss the gentle call. Not your words, but how you said filled the space with more than that. Every glance across the room made the silence softly bloom. Even when you said no sound, peace was something we both found. Now the silence feels unkind, not the peace you left behind. What was calm now feels so vast, like a song that couldn't last. Missing the quiet you would bring, every pause a precious thing. Even now in crowded rooms, I still ache for your soft tune. Footsteps echo differently since they lost your subtle key. Even laughter fades too fast in the hush you once held fast. You would smile and shift your eyes, said more than 1,000 tries. Now I hear the world too loud, longing for your subtle sound. Empty chairs don't make a noise, yet they mute the world's loud voice. Every light feels just too bright, since you carry calm so light. won't come back. Even quiet now feels wrong when it's not where you belong. Missing the quiet you would bring. Every pause a precious thing. Even now in crowded rooms, I still ache for your soft tunes. Even if I close my eyes, silence doesn't sympathize. Still I search through all the sound for the hush where you'll be found. In the stillness I recall, you were never loud at all. Yet your silence filled the air with a warmth so rare and fair. Now the silence wears your name, but it doesn't feel the same. Missing the quiet you would bring. Every pause a precious thing. Even now in crowded rooms, I still ache for your soft tunes. Quiet used to feel complete, now it echoes incomplete. Even peace can feel like pain when your hush won't come again.
We were We weren't looking, just stood still. Traffic hung beyond the hill. You reached out without a word, and the world around us blurred. Fingers met like morning rain, soft and simple, free of strain. Didn't need to say a thing, even silence started to sing.
Every sound became a hush. In the quiet we felt rush. Stillness wrapped us like a thread, spun from all we left unsaid.
Found you in a pause between what was said and what had been. Even if we walk away, I remember that delay. In a second stretch so wide, time stood gently by our side. Even now the moment stays softly folded in my days. Crosswalk blinking red to green, neither of us broke the scene. Even now I feel that space where your presence held its place. Shadows swayed but didn't pull. Time went on but never full. That one glance and all the noise still outshines 1,000 joys. No rewind and no repeat, still I hear those silent beats. Not a promise, not a vow, just a truth we found somehow. Found you in a pause between what was said and what had been. Even if we never try, the stillness never said goodbye. Held inside the breathless beat is where our hearts used to meet. Even when we're worlds apart, you still echo in my heart. Moments small can leave their mark, like a candle in the dark. Didn't need a spark or flame, just a hush that spoke your name. Even now the quiet knows where that memory softly goes. Ooh, found you in a pause between what was said and what had been. Even if we walk away, I remember that delay. Even if the time moves fast, that one silence seems to last. In a hush the world stood true, and in that stillness I found you. Windows down, the skyline bends. Suitcase closed on loose ends. You were quiet, holding maps, while the road erased our gaps. Radio played songs we knew, but the chords felt something new. Air was warm but hearts were cold, like a story half retold. Sunset dipped in orange tide. We both knew this was goodbye. Tried to smile but couldn't fake what the silence wouldn't break. Last trip south, our final run, chasing warmth we used to shun. Even when the border crossed, we both knew what we had lost. Windshield streaked with evening light, fading fast like what felt right. Even if we said no word, that farewell was deeply heard. Gas station with melting bars, your face flickered like the stars. No more songs on open dial, just the hum of what's denial. Empty cups and broken sleep, driving past the things we keep. Rest stop signs we didn't read, both avoiding where we bleed. Every mile another thread, unraveling what we once said. Tried to hold the wheel so tight, but the road blurred left from right. Last trip south, our final run, chasing warmth we used to shun. Even when the border crossed, we both knew what we had lost. Even skies began to fold as the twilight took its hold. Every breath inside the car held the truth of where we are. Rearview mirror held your face till it vanished without trace. No more turns to take us back, just the echo of the track. Your reflection in the glass faded like a dream too fast. Last trip south, our final run, chasing warmth we used to shun. Even when the border crossed, we both knew what we had lost. Road behind and dusk ahead, words unsaid and tears we shed. Even if I don't look back, your goodbye still paints my track.
Did you dream in peace last night? Were your blankets folded right? I don't call but think I might, just to check if you're alright. Did the pillow catch your tears, or the quiet calm your fears? Sometimes I still say your name to the dark that feels the same. We don't speak but still I care, send my heart through morning air. Though our days have drifted wide, I still watch from whisper in the breeze. You return in quiet ease. You don't have to know it's true, but my calm still thinks of you. Hope you slept well, hope you smiled, even if we've been exiled from the closeness that we knew. Still I hope it's soft for you. Maybe you don't feel the same. Maybe time erased my name. But before each day can start, you still pass through this heart. No confessions late at night, no big moments wrapped in light. Just the way you passed the tea told me all you meant to me. You will pause to meet my gaze. In your stillness, countless phrase. Love was poured in every glance. Even silence learned to dance. Words were never what we chose. Still you knew just when I froze. In the hush between the sounds, that's where safety always found. We understood without it all, without lines or protocol. Even in the silent dark, you still left a glowing mark. No grand vow or wedding ring, just the peace your presence brings. Even in what wasn't said, you still lived in what I read. I recall the quiet grin when I let the fear walk in. You just nodded, poured the wine, as if love had no design. We sat still and shared the air, felt the meaning hanging there. No instructions, no set path, just your touch and quiet laugh. When the world was loud and wide, you were calm, I couldn't hide. Even when I pulled away, you knew just the words to stay. We understood without it all, without lines or protocol. Even in the silent dark, you still left a glowing mark. Time moved on, the world replaced, but I returned to quiet days. Even when the lights grow dim, I still hear your unsung hymn. Not all poems need a line, not all love needs Valentine, not all goodbyes need a door. Some are whispered, nothing more. We don't need a single stage just to live inside the page. We understood without it all, without lines or protocol. Even in the silent dark, you still left a glowing mark. What we shared was soft and small, but it echoed through it all. Even if you're far from view, what we didn't say was true. Room still holds the breath you gave. Curtain sways but doesn't wave. Mirror fog with yesterday. Still can't clear your walk away. Teacup stained with lips now gone. Clock keeps ticking all night long. Even there beneath the bed feels like things we left unsaid. You're not here but I inhale every pause, every trail. Like a shadow draped in light, you return with every night. Air you left still clings to me in the space you used to be. Even when I change the sheet, I still feel your phantom heat. Soft impressions on the floor, trace the steps that come no more. Even when I still can't let you drift too far. I pretend the scent is gone, but you haunt the air at dawn. Pillow's curve still holds your face. Nothing's moved yet there's no place that forgets how close you were. In the silence you still stir. Every breeze feels like your side, passing through without goodbye. Even when the wind is still, I can feel you in the chill. Air you left still clings to me, in the space you used to be. Even when I change the sheet, I still feel your phantom heat. Every breath a trace remains, flowing softly through my veins. Even time can't sweep you out, you're the ghost I breathe without. Breathing you is bittersweet. Still I walk where paths meet. Even walls have learned your name. Every corner feels the same. Still you linger in my chest, like a sigh I can't suppress. Air you left still clings to me, in the space you used to be. Even when I change the sheet, I still feel your phantom heat. You're not gone, just rearranged. Still the air has never changed. Even now I close the light, you return with every night. You were there so close to me, paused mid-sentence, set me free. I looked down and played it safe, held my breath, forgot the brave. Your hand brushed the table side, but I turned instead, I tried. Even though the time was right, I blinked out the chance that night. One more second, one more glance could have changed the circumstance. Words were shaking at the gate, but I left it all to fate. Almost said it nearly right, but I let it slip that night. Even now I hold the sound of those words I never found, caught between the lips and light. All that could have gone so right, still I echo what I missed in the silence we once kissed. Sidewalk cracks and broken shoes, never fixed the chance I lose. You were quiet, waited still, but I bent against the will. All the signs were loud and clear, but I froze when you drew near. Still the wind recalls your name and reminds me I'm to blame. I rehearsed it in my head, said it all then smiled instead. By the time I caught my breath, you had walked beyond regret. Almost said it nearly right, but I let it slip that night. Even now I hold the sound of those words that never found, like a door I didn't try, like a truth I let pass by. In the hush that filled the air, I still feel it wasn't fair. If I ever see you smile, I might say it in a while. If the moment finds me whole, I might speak what's in my soul. But till then I softly wait for the heart to navigate. Almost said it nearly right, but I let it slip that night. Even now I hold the sound of those words that never found. In the dusk of what could be, I still talk to you and me. Even if you'll never know, I once loved you long ago. wishes I'd be poor, spent them all to hold you more. One for laughter, two for touch, 100 just to mean that much. Watch the night fold in your hair, sent a wish through silent air. Even moonlight seemed to know how I never let you go. Some were wasted, some were shy, still they lit your kind reply. Even ones I failed to say flickered when you looked my way. If stars were wishes in the sky, you would still be by my side. Even if they fade at dawn, you're the wish that lingers on. Like a glow that doesn't leave, you remain when I believe. Though the night must disappear, you're the light that's always near. Fireworks above the trees still can't match your gentle ease. Even comets flying through can't replace a night with you. Galaxies can drift apart, still they echo in the heart. Time may spin and constellate, but you stay my starlit fate. Not all wishes need the sky, some just live where memories lie. Even shadows learn to dance when they get a second chance. If stars were wishes in the sky, you would still be by my side. Even if they fade at dawn, you're the wish that lingers on. Even as the night moves past, you remain my first and last. Not a flare or a brief delight, you're the wish that stayed in light. Sky grows dim but you still burn in the dreams I can't unlearn. Every night I look above, you return in shape of love. Though you're far, you still ignite all the stars I hold at night. If stars were wishes in the sky, you would still be by my side. Even if they fade at dawn, you're the wish that lingers on. I could wish 1,000 ways, still they drift to you always. Even time can't pull apart what still glows inside my heart.
I walk back to those old gray steps where we used to catch our breath. Corner bricks with chalk still drawn, smiles that linger though you're gone. Evening light still hits the rail where you told your quiet tale. Air still hums your favorite song like the place just plays along. Graffiti holds your crooked laugh, etched in corners of my path. Even cracks along the way seem to whisper what you'd say. Back to the steps I go again, where your shadow still remains. Even if it's just in mind, that's the place I always find. Time has taken you from here, but your voice still feels so near. Even as the seasons slide, that's the place you still reside. Benches age with coffee stains, rusty gate that squeaks your name. Neighbors change, the leaves are dry, but you're still my why and why. Old tree leans the way you stood, worn the same as it once could. Every breeze becomes a thread, tying now to what we said. Footsteps echo down the lane, like you're walking home again. Every mark upon the street holds a trace of where we meet. Back to the steps I go again, where your shadow still remains. Even if it's just in mind, that's the place I always find. You're not there and yet you are living in that corner star. Even if the world forgets, that's the place my heart resets. If I sit and close my eyes, I can hear your sweet replies. All the jokes, the way you sighed, like a memory never died. Though the ground grows old with time, you still bloom in every line. Back to the steps I go again, where your shadow still remains. Even if it's just in mind, that's the place I always find. You don't answer when I call, but you're in the rise and fall of the wind and fading sun. That's
I spoke to the lamb last night, told it how you be tight, asked it if it missed you too. Guess I'm losing something true. Told it how the room feels wide since you're not here by my side. Even shadows change their length since they lost your quiet strength. It just glowed a softer hue, almost like it once was you. Warm the silence on the floor, like you used to, nothing more. Talking to the light again, since I lost my truest friend. Even if it can't reply, it still listens when I cry. Flickers slow and tears begin, like it knows what pain I'm in. Even if the world feels wrong, it just stays and glows along. I rehearse what I would say if you came back here one day. Lamp won't judge or roll its eyes, it just flickers with goodbyes. It remembers every fight, every whispered it's alright, every hug we gave too short. Now it's all that holds the fort. No one asked me how I sleep, but the light still burns so deep. Every night it softly burns, while my soul just twists and turns. Talking to the light again, since I lost my only friend. Even when I feel absurd, it remembers every word. Even when the hours are long, it just hums a quiet song. In its glow I feel your grace, even if I see no face. Maybe grief just takes a shape in the glow I can't escape. Maybe healing starts so slow. In the light I've come to know, you're not there but still it shines, like a trace of old lifelines. Talking to the light again, since I lost my truest friend. Even if it can't reply, it still listens when I cry. Though the room is dim and bare, in its warmth I find you there. Even if you've gone from sight, I keep talking to the light.
I wrapped the blanket close last night, smelled your perfume, held it tight. Didn't wash it since you left, keeps me close to what you kept. Corners frayed but still remain, like the whisper of your name. Cotton folds where you once lay, hide your memory every day. Even threads can hold a hug, softer than a coffee mug, tucked beneath my midnight sighs. You still hush the lonesome cries. Warmth in the blanket has
like your voice in morning shade. I don't move it from the bed, keeps the past near to my head. Seasons shift, the window chills, but you linger in the still. No one else could fit that shape. You're the warmth I can't replace. Even sleep can't dim your trace. You still live in pillow space. Breathless nights and sunrise blues feel like lullabies of you. Warmth in the blanket hasn't gone, though it's been too long, too long. Even when I sleep alone, you still warm me like your tone. All the buttons, every seam carries weight of one old dream. Even if the sun fades slow, it's your comfort I still know. One more night I'll press it tight, till the dawn forgets your light. Even dawn can't wash away what your closeness used to say. In this fabric love remains, woven through my quiet pain. Warmth in the blanket hasn't gone, though it's been too long, too long, so long. Even when I sleep alone, you still warm me like your tone. Even when I try to mend, you still wrap me like a friend. Though you're gone beyond my reach, you're the warmth I'll always keep.
Found the letters in the drawer, tied in ribbon, nothing more. Opened one and heard your laugh. Time stood still on your behalf. Dust had settled soft and deep, guarding secrets love would keep. Lines still whispered what we were in the paper's fading blur. Paper yellow edges worn, carry love I thought was torn, like a voice from far away, calling me to yesterday. Unfolding yesterday with care, finding pieces still in there. Even if the ink has bled, I can read what you once said. Though the pages tear with time, every word still reads like mine. In the silence, soft and clear, I can almost feel you near. Photos cracked, but I still shine. Moments trapped in crooked line. I don't cry, I simply smile, living there for just a while. Corners bent but so intact, like the love we can't get back. Every smudge a memory, still as warm as it could be. Even stains from coffee cups feel like quiet tender hugs. What you wrote still lingers strong, even though you've been gone long. Unfolding yesterday with care, finding pieces still in there. Even if the ink has bled, I can read what you once said. Even now when light is dim, I still hear you in the hymn. Words you left, they softly stay, echo through the paper's gray. Every fold I gently trace leads me back to your embrace. Even creases form a line that reminds me you were mine. Like a thread from heart to page, still survives the passing age. Unfolding yesterday with care, finding pieces still in there. Even if the ink has bled, I can read what you once said. Even time can't wash away what you gave in those old days. Though the letters lose their hue, they still bring me back to you. Coffee brew for just one cup, but two shadows still show up. You're not here, but still you stay. In the quiet of the day, steam still rises, curls and fades. In the spot your silence made, even spoons don't clink the same since they stopped repeating names. Sunlight bends against the wall where we once would share it all. Chair across is still pulled out, like I'm wading through the doubt. One cup, two shadows remain, even though I call in vain. You may be beyond this place, but you linger in the space. Every morning holds your trace in the warmth I still embrace. Even though it's mine to pour, you still wait beyond the door. I don't set your chair aside, guess I'm not that good at pride. Empty seat yet never gone, you still sip as time moves on. Creamer swirls the way you stirred, and I almost hear your word. Though your mug stays clean and dry, I still see your soft reply. Every clatter sounds like you, rising in the morning blue. Even silence sings your tone, telling me I'm not alone. One cup, two shadows remain, even though I call in vain. You may be beyond this place, but you linger in the space. You're the hush the kettle makes, you're the pause my body takes. Even in this world of one, you're the morning never done. Even ghosts can share a brew when the heart still pours for two. If love's heat can cross the floor, then you're near forevermore. One cup, two shadows remain, even though I call in vain. You may be beyond this place, but you linger in the space. Every sip still brings you near, even if you're nowhere here. You and I in morning's hush still drink love from fragile cups. Try the street we used to take, even wore your coat by mistake. Corner shop still smells the same, but it doesn't call your name. Try to walk the steps you knew, but they didn't lead to you. Can't go back there. Static crack, then came your tone, like you weren't out there alone. Spoke a line we used to say, caught between a song and day. Dial turned slow, I held my breath, chasing echoes past regret. Felt your laughter in the beat, as if you sat in my front seat. DJ didn't say your name, but I knew it all the same. To my heart, to every chord, like a message I ignored. Your voice on the radio plays through the fog of distant days. Even if you're far from near, I can feel you when you're here. Through the static, through the wave, comes the memory I crave. Even silence starts to hum with the song you left undone. Every station tries to shift, but I chase your signal lift. Volume low but echo clear, like you're whispering in my ear. Songs we danced to in the dark, now just sparks that leave a mark. You're not gone, just in the words, looping through the old desires. Every lyric, every rhyme takes me back to one lost time. Even now, when I tune out, you're the song I dream about. Your voice on the radio plays through the fog of distant days. Even if you're far from near, I can feel you when you're here. Signals cross, but you come through, like the waves remember you. Freak my seas may rise and fall, but you still respond to call. Airwaves hold where we let go. Songs remember more than show. In the hum before the hook, I can read you like a book. Between silence and the song, that's where you've been all along. Your voice on the radio plays through the fog of distant days. Even if you're far from near, I can feel you